Hey guys, and welcome back to another weekend roundup. Today we're going to take a look at all the mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of September 2nd through September 6th. And I have to say, while Giants may have been on a little bit of a vacation over the last 3 or 4 weeks with respect to the number of mods released during the week, that is not the case this week. They appear to be back in the office in full force, and they have released a boatload of new mods and a boatload of mod updates. There is still quite a large number of mods pending testing, but they have whittled that number down a significant amount. I think something like 68 mods were either newly released or updated this week. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the Mod Hub and start quickly taking a look at these. So here we are at the Mod Hub, and last week we finished off the week with this Vicon PS 1004-1654 fertilizer spreader. So then we started out the week with a large round of updates and new mod releases, and that basically continued through the rest of the week. So we had map update, we had a couple trailer updates, a Agrimoz BMSP update. Now, I didn't personally go in here and look and see what all was updated in all these, but there were a ton of updates. John Deere 959M Feller Buncher was updated. Agrimoz POH 34 Plow was updated. Then we had 3 new geos released this week. We had the Hertfordshire Geo, a Denmark Geo, and a Montana Geo. We had a new corn cutter for our case harvester. We've got NewHolland front loader arms. We had a windrower. We have a prefab mod. Now again, prefab mods are not mods you can add to your game per se. These are mods that need to be used in Giants Editor for content creators, mod authors. We had another map update in Farming Legend. Another trading system was updated. Crampy Bandit 550 was updated. And we are on page 3 of the mod list. Jump to page 2. We had the Metaltech DBL pack updated. We have a new Subsoiler. We have a new hay warehouse placeable. Some placeable barriers were released new. We have a Siga Uno Pack trailer and dolly newly released. We have a new I really think something like this has already been out, hasn't it? We have a leveler that was new released. Amazon seeder that was released. Ursus tractor, Pöttinger cultivator. We have an update to the Huawei SLW45TN trailer. We have an Annaburger overloader wagon, our auger wagon that has been newly released. We have a duplex Balefork that was released. The IMT 5360 tractor was updated. Hagenstad, the map was updated. We have an update to the International Harvester tractor. We have a placeable fire hydrant. We have an updated 4X version of a map that was previously released in the Mod Hub in a standard 2X variety. We have the CLAAS Torion mod by Smitey that was released. Amazon Cayron 200 plow was newly released. Kuhn Profile 1880 feeding wagon. Ponsse Buffalo Clambunk was released. Blizzard CLT 300 cultivator was released. The Schuitemaker Siwa 660 trailer was released. We had an update for the traffic warning signs. Now let's go to finally the front page. We had an update to the multi-filling station mod, an update to the placeable straw barn, an update to the crop storage building, and the Fliegl flatbed semi-trailer. We also had updates to the Utva 12T trailer, the Autosan D50 D55 pack, an update to the Delmer TSM 330L trailer, and then a massive update for the Animal Pen Extended mod. In fact, I just put out a video yesterday on this mod update itself. What makes this such a cool update is right here. The water add-on functionality. A valve and spout can now be placed manually on mod and map animal pens that are not already pre-configured. So up until this point, this mod required the use of Giant's Editor if you wanted to add the water capability, the water trough capability, the milk add-on, and the chicken add-on to a mod map that did not have in-game animal placeables. But now you can add at least the water add-on functionality to any animal pen, be it a modded pen that has been prepared, then you would just have the normal functionality. Or if you have a mod pen that is not prepared, you can simply move it around in-game and not have to use Giant's Editor. Really suggest you go check out that video. If I remember, I'll put a little icon up here in the upper corner that you can click on and go check that out. GTX also released the Universal Passenger mod this week. Wheel loader Balefork was released. One seed bag mod was released. This takes the Pioneer pallets that came with, I think, 1.3, and now you can buy individual bags of those Pioneer seed bags. A root crop storage building was updated this week. The newly released outdoor silo placeable. Then we had updates to the player speed mod. A 3-point hitch loader was updated. The Hardy interactive sprayers and the Kuhn interactive sprayers were updated, as well as the transport tool. Transport tool and the loader, they look awful similar functionality there. The fill trigger conveyor belt was updated, as well as the old stream farm map from Black Sheep Modding. And then we close out the week with 4 new mods: the new Holland BigBaler, Manitou Telehandler, Case IH Steiger, and then the easy development controls by GTX once again. So guys, that is the brief summary of what got newly released and updated this week. We're going to jump back in game and start taking a look at the vehicles and implements and tools that were released this week. And that video may or may not be in one part. Okay, I know we're going to at least split this up into 2 parts, but this weekend roundup may actually end up being split up into 3 parts, depending on how long it's going to take me to work through all of these vehicles, implements, and tools. So let's head back in the game. Alright, so first up, we're going to take a look at the Ursus 1212 tractor. This mod is available for all platforms and is by Kaztan18. You're going to be able to find this mod here under Small Tractors. Here, the Ursus 1212, $32,000, 117 horsepower, 21 miles per hour top speed. Let's compare that to the previous cheapest in-game tractor, the Fiat 1300 DT at $59,000, 150 horsepower, but only 15 miles per hour. We have our Ursus, and I have to say, this looks an awful lot like a modded tractor that I did a mod review on a while back. It was not, I guess, included in the mod hub. It was previously available for just PC players. I don't think it's the exact mod, but it looks very, very similar to another, I guess, old style Ursus tractor mod that I did do a mod review on several weeks back, if not several months back. So on this mod, we have the ability to change rim color to several Ursus colors, classic Ursus colors. Same with the main color. We can pick several classic Ursus colors. And then our design color, which is going to change the engine block and frame. so. Just going to move that back to black. And then we have standard configuration. 200 kilogram front weight. 540 kilogram front weight. And back to standard. We have mud flaps. We have standard or back mud flaps. Back to standard. We have front loader attacher. Yes or no. And as far as wheel setups, we have standard, wheel weights, rear twin wheels, and back to standard. So as configured, this is $33,200 to buy, $1,693 to lease, $332 per day, and $697 per operating hour. We're here to take a look at this tractor. Very nice, very crisp looking decals on there. Not a whole lot of details on the engine, but enough to know that this is obviously an engine. There are filters and whatnot on there, so it's just not a solid block at least. Those huge mud flaps. Don't appear to have a rear, oh there it is. We do have a rear PTO, it's kind of hidden right there with the high hitch. Let's get on in. We'll look at our F1 menu, nothing special there. Doesn't look like we can close, I should say, that roof. It looks like it's permanently open. Let's go ahead and start the tractor. Check out the front stage lights. First stage lights, sorry about that. Second stage lights. And third stage lights. Your left and right blinkers are four ways on the front and on the rear. You'll notice we have an animated mud flaps. Kind of animated in one direction. You flap back, flap in the other direction. It's fine. You have an animated radiator fan. Be a little hard to see, but let's see the animated radiator fan spinning. Check the inside. Doesn't look like the dash illuminates. You have an animated throttle pedal and brake pedal. Pretty decent visibility inside the cab here. Let's check and see if we, does this tractor have true two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Looks like this tractor is indeed two-wheel drive in nature. So guys, that is the Ursus 1212 by CLAAS 18. Up next, let's take a look at the Ponsse Buffalo Clambunk by North Modding Company and Outlaw. We're going to find this mod here under Forestry Machines. We have the Buffalo Clambunk, $221,000. Its closest cousin would be the Buffalo forwarder or the Komatsu 875 forwarder, $216,000 and $221,000 respectively. 286 horsepower, 12 miles per hour top speed. This is a very interesting implement. We have what looks like the start of a log rack. Then we have this giant claw on the back. Looks like it pivots and rotates a little bit. And then we have our crane arm. So the choice of rim colors. We have our choice of main color. And a choice of design color. Right there. We have wheel brand Trelleborg, or we can go for the tracks. If we have the tracks, we have the Echo Track, the Evo Baltic, EX, the Kovacs, Magnum. We have blade and guard removed. That means we can add a blade and a guard to the front. guard but no blade, blade but no guard, and then blade and guard removed. We have the bunk mounted, R bunk removed, bunk mounted, and the bunk removed. $226,010 as configured, $11,526 to lease, $2,260 per day, and $4,746 per operating hour. Wonder if we can use this blade. We can make that go up and down. An interesting deal. Clearly, this is going to be used to drag trees out of forests or out of heavy forested areas into clearings. Let's go ahead and get in. Take a look. We have controls. Left click, up and down. Moves the main arm up and down. Left and right rotates the main arm. Would expect. Right click, up and down. Extends the second part of the arm. Left and right extends the arm itself. Left and right mouse button up and down opens and closes the arm claw. Left and right rotates that. Center mouse button, left and right, opens and closes the giant claw on the Ponsse itself. So it doesn't look like we have a way of changing, hold on, change control group. 3, toggle control group. Let's deactivate, here's control. Okay, support arm, I hit G, support arm, left click, up and down. Oh, we can indeed move the blade. We have to toggle to the support arm. Then we can move that up and down with our left mouse button. And toggle back down to the crane with left mouse button up and down. Support arm with the G button toggles the blade. Interesting. Turn it on. Whoa. Oh, it's because I hit 3 and enabled the cruise control. Let's check the inside. So here we have the driving position. We can hit left control B. Change to the operating position. Then be able to see what we're doing. Control B again. We have an arm boom camera we typically see on things like this. They're a free range camera. First stage lights, second stage lights, third stage lights. We have 4 ways, left and right blinkers. I think we got a tree down here somewhere. Let's drive down here and see how we can maybe try to get it hooked in here to this big claw to drag it around. Anybody that's watched a weekend roundup video on this that I've done that has included forestry equipment knows that I am not very good with the forestry equipment because I'm not into big forestry, so I just don't use it. I just don't practice with it at all. I think I might have cut something down over here at one point in time. Alright, well, let me go get to a tree and we'll cut it down and see if we can't get it in this giant claw. Alright guys, so we're down here. We've got ourselves a cut down tree. Let's see if we can't figure out how to get this thing to work. open up a claw, I guess. Look like we can rotate that. It just kind of free floats around. That, and then let's close, claw around it. So drag it out here to a clearing. Drag multiple trees probably at once, and then work on it out here at the clearing. So guys, that is the Ponsse Buffalo Clambunk by North Modding Company and Outlaw. Again, this mod is available for all platforms. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the CLAAS Torion wheel loader. Mod can be found in the, obviously, wheel loader section. This mod is by Smitey and is available for PC players only. So if we go to wheel loaders, we have the CLAAS Torion, $246,000, 228 horsepower, 24 mile per hour top speed. Of course, console players probably are like, why do we not have this CLAAS for us? The CLAAS DLC is coming in about a month and a half. Well, that is exactly why this is not available for console players yet, is that the license doesn't take effect until the Platinum Edition, and therefore it can't go on to consoles due to the licensing restrictions that console manufacturers, Sony and Microsoft, have. So we can change the main color here, gloss, black, or white. Change the rim color to red, white, black, gloss, or chrome. Quite interesting. We have a choice of Michelin tires or Trelleborg, and under Trelleborg we have standard or twin front wheels, narrow twin wheels, back to standard. We have a choice of Nokian wheels, back to Michelin. And with the engine setup, we have the 1812, the 1914. 1914 is 228 horsepower. Actually, it's not changing that at all. What that does, obviously it's more powerful, but we don't really know how much more powerful it is. $262,000 as configured, $13,362 the lease, $2,620 per day, and $5,502 per operating hour. Let's go over here and take a look at it. We're in 1914. Looks pretty interesting with chrome rims. That's for sure. Very, very nice, very high quality mod, as we would expect by Smitey. Did lots of really great mods for fence in Farm Sim 17, I remember. Up, down, forward, reverse. Typical front loader controls. We have our first stage lights, second stage lights, third stage lights. We do have a beacon, four-way flashers, reverse lights, brake lights. It is articulated as most wheel loaders Probably all wheel loaders are. Really, really nice display. Look at that digital display there. For our speed, fuel, and engine temp. We have an animated joystick for our front loader controls. Looks like the throttle is animated. Not sure if I'm seeing the other pedal over there move or not. It's a little hard to see, but the dash does light up. The number pads there, the red button is the one that most obviously lights up. The upper part of the cab here doesn't appear to light up when we turn lights on. Check the F1 menu, left mouse. Those are the controls. Very nice looking wheel loader. Something we don't see a whole lot of options for in-game currently. It's the CLAAS Torion wheel loader by Smitey, and again is available for PC only. Next up, we have the Manitou MLT 840 telehandler. This mod is by ETA La Machoice and is available for all platforms. Go to telehandlers. Of course, we have the Manitou MLAT 533 145V Plus, which is default in game, and the Manitou 737 130 PS Plus in game, $98,000, 129 horsepower. Then we have the modded Manitou MLT 840, 141 horsepower. So it's a little bit more powerful as far as the engine goes. Same top speed, 24 miles per hour. Kind of a more sleek looking option. Does have hose hookups in the back. We'll have to see if this is a functional trailer hitch. Implies that it just might be. We have a choice of Trelleborg or Nokian tires. And design standard or work light. Let's see what the work light does. Oh, puts lights here on the boom. So right here. There's work lights. There's without. Okay. $107,250 as configured. $5,469 to lease. $1,072 per day, and $2,258 per operating hour. There are those work lights on the boom. Very nice looking model here. Nice decals. Very clear, very easy to read. Seeing the dash light up at all. Visibility's fairly good. Do have an animated joystick. Left mouse up and down, left and right, as we would expect with our typical telehandler controls. Right mouse button, up and down will extend the boom. Let's check the lights here. First stage lights. Second stage. Third stage includes the work lights there. Beacon. Four-way flashers on the front and on the rear. Brake lights. First lights. Let's see. We have functional trailer hitch. So let's get a ball hitch and a pin hitch. The pin hitch definitely connects. Not sure why the hose isn't connecting. Okay. And the ball hitch does not work, so you do need a trailer with a pin hitch. So it looks like that. That hitch works. This hitch does not. Got hose hookups, but it didn't connect with that hose. Let's try a different trailer. Try this one. See what happens. So we have partial hoses hooking up here. We have air and electric. We don't have hydraulics. Looks like we have 4 nubs down there, but they're not attaching. Of course, we can change our steering mode like we can in most telehandlers. Left control Y. 4-wheel steer, front steer, crab left, crab right, all-wheel steer. Guys, that is the Manitou MLT 840 telehandler by ETA La, our choice. All right, next up we have the CLAAS IH Steiger series by Stenkamp Modding. This is in the large tractor category, and this mod is available for all platforms. Go to vehicles and large tractors. We have the CLAAS Steiger series, which is a very close brother to the CLAAS Quad Track series. $416,500 to buy, 525 horsepower, 24 miles per hour top speed. Compare that to the Quad Track, which is also 525 horsepower at $438,000. Standard configuration includes single wheels. So we have no color choices here. We have no AFS configuration. We have AFS 34372. Oh, it's putting basically a GPS receiver on the top. We have the wheel brand Michelin 960R42 singles. Singles with weights. 580-85R42 duals. 650-85R42 duals. 710-70R42 duals. 870R38 duals. And we have 520-85R46 triples. Then back to our singles. Go to Midas. We have the same general tire configurations it looks like with the Midas. Just singles and some double options with the Midas tires. Trelleborg 960R42 singles. Singles with weights. Duals. Larger duals. Back to singles. We have most of our tires are Michelin options. We have the default configuration, which is a US configuration. We have a drawbar and hoses and a PTO. We have lights. EU configuration. The warning signs. We have the hitch only. The drawbar hitch only. Rear linkage. Produces this massive 3-point hitch linkage option. Then we have the Steiger 470 engine, 525 horsepower. Steiger 500, 560 horsepower. 540, 613 horsepower. 580, 648 horsepower. 620, 692 horsepower. And back to the 470. So as configured, we are at $543,650 to buy, $27,726 to lease, $5,436 per day, and $11,416 per operating hour. A little closer look at this. Very nice looking model. I'd say, given the fact that probably most of this is borrowed from the quad track, it's not too big of a surprise. Animated joystick. Animated brake pedals. Backup beeper. Mirror placement, not too bad on the mirrors. Illuminated dash. There are lights. First stage lights. Second stage lights. Third stage lights. We have lights on the side there. We have dual beacons. Fuel cap and our overflow valve there. That's pretty nice. Reverse lights, we do have brake. There's our four ways, left and right. We have an operable door. Hold the center mouse button and mouse forward or back. Operate the door. Oh, sorry, it's left and right, not forward and back. Guys, there you go. We have the CLAAS IH Steiger series by Stendkamp Modding. This mod is available for all platforms. And next up, we're going to take a look at the NewHolland 700 TL series front loader arms. Find this mod here under Tools and then Front Loaders. So, of course, in-game we have the John Deere 643R front loader and the Stoll FZ30 and FZ60 front loaders. Then we have the TL770 front loader arms and the TL750. 770 is $8,000. This is basically the equivalent of the FZ60 Stoll loader arms. It's the bigger version. No configuration options. $8,000 to buy, $408 to lease, $80 per day, and $168 per operating hour. We have the smaller version, the TL750 loader arms. $5,400 to buy, $275 to lease, $54 per day, and $113 per operating hour. And they will pair up very nicely with the T5 series tractor that is in game and the T6 series tractor that is in game. Larger NewHolland T7 does not have loader arm options. Of course, if you happen to have a modded NewHolland, then that would likely work also. Here we have the smaller version, the TL750 loader arms. Very nice graphics on those. I do wish there were more kind of color matching and decal matching front loader arm options in game. I mean, I get it that we've got Stoll as kind of the the brand of choice for front loaders across the board. We do have a John Deere option in Farm Sim 19 for John Deere tractors to have John Deere loader arms. So why don't we just have the ability to have NewHolland for NewHolland tractors, Case for Case tractors, etc. See how this fits nicely on the T6. There you go. We have the NewHolland 700 series loader front loaders by Dim Creative, and this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Fliegl Combi-Duplex Balefork. This mod is by LS Mod Source, CZ Modder Rolf, and Southis 770. This is going to be available here under Tools and then Front Loaders. Well, no, maybe not. Hold on again. Let's check and see if this is under Baling Technologies. It is indeed. Now, on the Mod Hub website, it says category front loaders, but it is Baling Technology because it is a Balefork. Yeah, that makes total sense, Giants. Let's do that. I mean, why don't we put buckets under trailers because it holds grain, right? Okay, so here we have the Combi-Duplex Balefork. And this mod is available for PC only. We have standard dynamic attach. Interesting, wonder what that means. We have front loader, wheel loader, telehandler. So that makes sense as to why it's now under Baling Technologies versus front loaders, because we can get into front loader, wheel loader, and telehandler options. Let's get it with standard and then get dynamic attach. See if we can figure out what that might include. You have $900 to buy, $45 to lease, $9 per day, and $18 per operating hour. Hop in our T5. Let's get the dynamic attach version. Second one here. Check the F1 menu. We have an option to X mount object. Okay, so over here we have a Bale. Hit X mount object. X mount object. X unmount object. Grabs it. Releases it. Grabs it. Releases it. Okay, so the forks are always, with the dynamic attach, the forks are always just collisionless. And we basically go up to the bale, we hit X, grabs a hold of it, hit X again, and it drops it. So we can't use the dynamic attach forks as a real set of forks. Let's drop that one. Let's go over here to the standard option. The F1 menu that manual attach is no longer an option. Now we can actually spear the fork, spear the bales. Did we so wish? Hitting X does nothing. Because the tines are actual tines this time. I'm not going to try to pick up multiple bales because we saw how this Small tractor handles the weight of one bale. Looks like this fork will allow you to pick up multiple bales. Looks like we can pick up a total of 3 square bales if we want. Quite easily. Assuming the tractor is at the rear weight to support that much on the front loader. So guys, that is the Fliegl Combi-Duplex Balefork. Again, by LS Mod Source, CEZE, Modder, Rolf, and Saltus 770, and it is available for just PC players. Next up, we have the Wheel Loader Balefork. This mod is by Realistic Farmers and is available for all platforms. Now, while this one says the category is baling technology, not there. It is here under wheel loaders. Way to go, Giants. Let's have consistency in where we put things. So this has no configuration options. $5,400 to buy, $275 to lease, $54 per day, and $113 per operating hour. Just use our handy-dandy CLAAS Torion and see why we do vehicles first, then implements and attachments. Go. Now on the website, this shows a front loader hauling 5 round bales at a time. Let's see how many square bales we could grab with this. Can we maybe actually get 6 square bales with this crazy get up? That if you need to haul some serious square bales or round bales, here you go. You've got the CLAAS Torion handling this with no problem whatsoever, and the wheel loader Balefork properly stacked. You can move 6 square bales at one time, or as the website shows, 5 round bales. That is the wheel loader Balefork by Realistic Farmers and is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Leveler Transportable mod by NicoPix, and it is available for all platforms. I'm going to be able to find this mod here under Levelers. We have the Leveler and a cart, $6,800 for the Leveler. The choice of main color, red or yellow. $346 to lease, $68 per day, and $142 per operating hour. Then we have the cart. Oh, $800 for that. That looks like that might be kind of hard to put the leveler on. Choice of red and yellow again. $40 per day to lease, or $40 to lease. $8 per day and $16 per operating hour. Have the leveler and the cart. This looks like it attaches with a telehandler. Let's just give this a go. There we are. Oh, okay. We don't have to actually set it in here. We just come close to it. We hit Q and it magically connects. Okay. And we go to there. Go around to the rear, we hit Q. Oh, unfold leveler. We now get a tongue to haul it around. We drive it around to our silage bunker. Then we could just unfold it, disconnect from it, flip around, attach, detach the trailer, and then use this to level. So, personally, I think that would be kind of awkward. This thing's so far out in front. But to each his own. If you can figure out how to make this thing work, then good on you. Go. Here we have the Leveler Transportable mod by NecoPix, and this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Case IH Corn Cutter mod. This mod is by Matt26 and is available for all platforms. So this mod is really intended for the Case IH 1660 or maybe a smaller mod. Now, sadly, the smallest case tractor other than 1660 is the big Axle-Flow 9240. If we had one maybe down here in this range, then it would also work good for that. We're going to show with this Case 1660 mod. Go to corn headers. We have the Case IH 2206 and the 2208. The 2206 is a 6-row corn harvester header. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is $17,000 to buy, $867 to lease, $170 per day, and $357 per operating hour. Then we have the 2208, which is a 8-row corn header. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It is $27,000 to buy, $1,377 to lease, $270 per day, and $567 per operating hour. Here we have the two headers. We have our Case IH 1660. Sadly, did not come with a corn header, row crop header. This fits and looks very good for this size harvester. The 8-row, in my opinion, is maybe a little bit big, this size harvester. But to each their own. That is the Case IH corn cutter. Really isn't much to see here. Have nice graphics on the sides. tips. This mod is by Matt26 and is available for all platforms. Alright guys, so I thought I'd come back real quick to this case cutter. Went ahead and put full wear on it. Harvester and on the cutter. In my opinion, the cutter has a bit, maybe a bit excessive wear going on. And I could see where you would have wear on the nose cones here. Kind of maybe on the top and the sides a bit. See where you'd have wear on the auger. But wear just seems maybe a bit on the extreme and a bit on the what's the point where it looks blurry as far as how it's done. Thought I'd show you guys that. Alright. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Kverneland Taarup TA 753 windrower. This mod is by No Name and is available for all platforms. So if we go to Tools, then Windrowers, we have the Kverneland Taarup TA 753C, $14,000, 7-meter working width. Let's compare that to some of the other in-game windrowers. We have the Kuhn SR 3314, sorry, $23,000, 8.5 meter working width. With a Kuhn GA 9531, 9.3 meter working width, $30,000. It is significantly cheaper than those two options, and just a little bit more on the narrow side. You have a choice of rim color and a choice of main color. Interesting. That is all the options as far as color choices go. $15,200 as configured, $775 to lease, $152 per day, and $319 per operating hour. So again, we have very nice, high-quality graphics. Almost makes you think you can come up here and read those. Nice looking mod. Let's grab our Ursus. And we probably have some grass down here below the hill. We could windrow. 3-point hitch. There's an interesting animation on the jack. Take a look at that. You have hose hookups. PTO hookup. It has a low horsepower requirement of just 45 horsepower. Check out the unfold animations. Down. And on. And off we go. Just thought I'd see what it would do if he ran over a big lump of grass there. There you go, guys. We have the Kverneland Taarup TA 753C by No Name, and this mod is available for all platforms. Holding up animation. there. Next up, we have the NewHolland BigBaler 1290 by ETA La Ma Choice. This mod is available for all platforms. Find that here under Baling Technologies. BigBaler 1290, 160 horsepower requirement, makes 4,000 liter bales and 12 mile per hour working speed. No choices other than wheels. We have Trelleborg Standard or Big Standard. Michelin. I think I'm going to go with Michelin tires. As configured, $157,100 to buy, $8,012 to lease, $1,571 per day, and $3,299 per operating hour. Let's see, can we run it with... Nope. Let's get something a little bit bigger. Looks like we will have hose hookups. We do have a nice animated jack on that. Hose hookups, something we can't say so much with respect to the in-game balers. Kuhn has no hoses. Really wish those did. Go down here and pick up a little bit of grass. See this thing spit out a few bales. Set the unfold animation. Lower the pickup, turn it on. Pickup animations. The animations when it makes a new bale. Doesn't look like we do. Interesting sounds. Get the loop on that. And let's go ahead and eject the bales. Holds 2 full bales in the chamber. There you go. That is the NewHolland BigBaler 1290 by ETA La Ma Choice. Okay, next up we're going to take a look at the Amazon ADP 303 Super Seeder. This mod can be found over at Tools. Then Seeders, $35,600 to buy, 3 meter working width. That is expensive for a 3 meter seeder, given the fact that we can just go with the DB30 for $13,000. Holds 1,000 liters of seed. This one holds 2,000 liters of seed and does wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, and grass. No configuration options, but it does look like this is a no-till seeder, whereas the Amazon would need a cultivator. 140 horsepower required. $1,815 to lease. $356 per day, and $747 per operating hour. Go ahead and get a bag of seed. It's not enough horsepower. that's enough horsepower either. This definitely will work. This mod is by Arkson and is available for all platforms. Up. We have hose hookups, we have a PTO hookup, a tarp cover. Let's go ahead and take this down to our test field, give it a pull, some seed in the ground. Let's unfold the sower. Got some wheels that lower down. Let's lower that down on the ground. Then we can use our left mouse button. Let's lower down some. That do. Says the seed drill has a tram line marker which can be unfolded using the mouse only after the seed drill has been unfolded. Go ahead and turn it on. Tram line marker down. We do have a power arrow in front of the seed drill. See behind us we're leaving tram lines. Then if we raise that up, now we're not. Now we are, because we lowered it. We just raised them up, now we're not. There you go, guys. That is the Amazon ADP 303 Super. It is a no-till drill because it has a power harrow included in it. That's why it does require 140 horsepower. And also probably why it is $35,600 to buy. Next up we have the Pöttinger Fox 303. This mod is a cultivator. Right there, the Fox 303, $12,000 to buy, 80 horsepower requirement, 3 meter working width, and 7 miles per hour working speed. There are no configuration options on this. Get what you get. $612 to lease, $120 per day, and $252 per operating hour. Go ahead and grab the NewHolland T5 here. Attach that. And we also have a rear 3-point. Wanted to attach something else to it. Like let's say a 3-meter cedar that did not cultivate. We'll then attach that. Pick up the whole contraption. Then we could go seed and cultivate at the same time, just like we did with our other Amazon seeder. Just going to leave that there. And for testing purposes, we're just going to run back down to our field. This mod is by Manitou FS Yes, I always have problems with this guy's name. It is listed in the lower right third of the map of the video right now. This mod is available for all platforms. Lower it down. Drag it over the ground, virtually erasing the seed that we just put down with our other Amazon seeder. Go. It's pretty good. You can see the animations. That. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, so when you put that down, make sure it's not going anywhere. Or it might just, like a fox, walk off. Alright, next up we've got the Duro France Subsoiler Foldable. This mod is by Shun Modding and Simulator Games. This mod is available for PC only and is going to be available here under Subsoilers. We have the Subsoiler Foldable, $39,000, 250 horsepower, 6 meter working width, 7 miles per hour. Whoa, this thing is a beast. No configuration options, $1,989 to lease, $390 per day, $819 per operating hour. We're going to grab our T7 yet again. Be able to pull this thing. Fold it up one side at a time. We do have hose hookups. Nice animations. See, there's this locking clamp that comes down once it folds up. Lock it in place. Once again, run down to our test field. Give this a pull through the field. See how it looks. Oops, must have hit a rock. Nice to unfold. Sometimes I think things in game maybe sometimes unfold a little bit too quickly. Lower it down. No. Nice animations on that. Nice little bit of particles. So this is subsoiler, so it doesn't allow you to create fields, but what it is doing is it is also clearing the need plow state if this field had it. There you go, guys. That is the Duro France Subsoiler Foldable by Shun Modding and Simulator Games. Next up, we have the Lizard CLT 300. This is another cultivator by Palo 5090R. This mod is available for all platforms. Cultivators, we have the CLT 300. $8,500, 3-meter working width, 90 horsepower requirement. You have the choice of main color. That in whatever color we want. Adds $150 to the price, $440 as configured to lease, $86 per day, and $181 per operating hour. So once again, we head on down to our testing field. Give this a quick drag through the dirt. There are no lights on this. There's no hydraulics on this. No need for any type of hookups other than 3-point hitch. Just 6 more mods to go in this portion of the weekend roundup. Thanks for hanging in this far. Operator in. Nice animations, nice dust and dirt and particles. Works very good. Getting dirty pretty quick on the rear. Climbing a hill here a little bit. Still it's managing to work quite well. There you go, guys. That is the Lizard CLT 300 cultivator by Palo 1590R, and again, this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Amazon Cayron 200. This is a plow. This mod is by Melotti98 and is available for all platforms. Find this mod here under Tools and then Plows. There's the Amazon Cayron 200, $22,000 to buy. 9 mile per hour working speed, 3-meter working width. This is a 6 bottom plow, 180 horsepower requirement, $1,122 to lease, $220 per day, and $462 per operating hour. I think you guys know what we're about to do. That's right. We're about to head down to our test field. Give this thing a drag. You can turn the plow. Does not appear to have a kind of a transport position. So it does kind of hang out there to dry, if you will. Plow down. Does what is advertised. Plows the ground quite well. Let's lift it. Let's hit X to fold it. Flip it around. Oh. So it does have a transport position, if you will. There. That's the transport position. And let's unfold it. Then let's hit B to rotate. There you go. Alright guys, that is the Amazon Cayron 200 by MLT 98, MLT 98 if you will. This mod is available for all platforms. Next up we have the Kuhn Profile 1880. This is a TMR mixer by MLT 98 again. This mod is also available for all platforms. Go here to our animals. You have the Kuhn Profile 1880, holds 18,000 liters of product, 90 horsepower requirement. So compare that to the Silo King, holds 16,000 liters, and then the Kuhn Knight RA142 holds 11,893 liters. This one's a little bit bigger. 2 screws on the bottom, $39,000 to buy, $1,989 to lease, $390 per day, $819 per operating hour. Go. So we have discharges on either side on the front. We have a rear discharge. We do not have a rear discharge. You have kind of like the real rubber bumper there. That stiffening brace getting damaged. Pretty nice looking details. Let's go ahead and just hook this up. We have hose hookups. And it looks like we have a screen. Let's... What did we had a... we didn't have... Let's use our wheel loader. I'm going to put one bale in there. I'm not going to mix up a load of TMR. We know what TMR is. We know how it's made. But what I do want to see is if that screen on the mixer, the front, if that does indeed tell us the quantity that's in the mixer. Right? Indeed it does. So the display does work on the mixer there. Pretty cool. If you're looking for a mixer that's a little bit bigger than the Silo King, you don't have the Anderson DLC with those Anderson large mixers, then you now have the Kuhn Profile 1880. Next up, we have the Siga Uno Pack. This mod is by STV Modding, and it is basically a dolly and a trailer. Go to Tools. Go to Dollies. We have the Agroliner Siga Uno, $12,000. Choice of rim color. Choice of Trelleborg Standard, wide tires, Nokian Standard or wide tires, Michelin. So Michelin tires, then we have white or color. It's white. Basically, we just have this Agroliner sign. But if we go with color, then we get this Agroliner decal here on the back also. Lease this up. think this has a corresponding trailer with it. Does we have the crampy KS950 trailer. Choice of main color. We can get zinc, stainless steel, or whoa, black. Go. Rim color. Choice of Trelleborg Standard, Michelin, Nokian. Let's match Michelin with the dolly. We get white or color. $65,100 as configured. $3,320 to lease. $651 per day, and $1,367 per operating hour. Ready to lease this? There we go. Nope, we didn't. So here is the rampy kipper. Have the dolly. The dolly has hose, hookups, and a PTO. I wonder what the PTO drives. Back this up to the kipper. Hookups. Then we have dynamic hoses that hook up to the Sigma Una. And there we go. Cover the tarp. Let's fill this up with some product and just see how much this holds. I didn't see in the store how much this held. Some wheat. We have tip side back, brain door, this holds 48,000 liters of product. And this likely has a movable floor. Really don't need to see this thing tip. Here guys, that is the Sigma Uno Pack by STV Modding. This mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the Annaburger HTS 34.16 auger wagon. This mod is available by, this mod is by Vertex Design and Rafnix. This mod is available for all platforms. Go to auger wagons, we have the HTS 3416, $95,440 to buy. Holds 46,000 liters of product and holds the standard fill types for auger wagons. Now let's compare that to some of these other auger wagons. We have the Elmer, holds 70,000 liters and is $93,000. Holds significantly more and is $2,000 less than the Annaburger. The Kinsey grain cart, 37,000 and is $74,000. So this thing is very, very expensive. Get this with no partition wall or partition wall. So maybe we can fill this up with two different fill types. Let's see. Let's get it with the partition wall. Design no stickers or stickers. We have wheel standard for agricultural tires. We have grain chute or seed auger. Look at that. We have a seed auger. We kind of have a auger to then fill in. Let's get one of each. So as configured, $101,215, $5,161 to buy, $1,012 per day, and $2,125 per operating hour. This thing is big, but its capacity is pretty low compared to other auger wagons in its price range. Let's unhook that. So there is the dividing wall. Interested to see if we can fill this with two different products. This be used as a seed hopper. Looks like it can. We filled one. But look at that. Now, can I not hold? Can't hold solid fertilizer. I'm just not getting solid fertilizer out of the silo. So we could, in theory, have this auger wagon be a seed and fertilizer hopper. We can X to use rear cargo or front cargo space. Left click changes the chute. Right click changes the hitch height. Okay. And of course closes the cover. So put everything back up. Well, let's go over here and take a look here at the seed chute option. This mod got an awful lot more interesting now, but it is still pretty darn expensive for its capacity and its size. It's huge. Let's just do this. Front cargo space. It's good. Need to put a lot in there. Out. The left mouse button, we can tilt the auger, and now we can also left and right and raise and lower pipe. Hook this up to the seeder then and see if we can't open the door. There we go. Look at that, folks. You could also probably use that to then fill a fertilizer spreader. Also, slick. That is the Annaburger HTS 34.16 auger wagon / seed fertilizer hopper. All right, 2 more mods, and then we'll be done this section. We have the Schuitemaker Siwa 660. This mod is by Luca. This is a trailer. Trailers, we have the Siwa 660. This is a mistake. This was an updated mod. This is not a new mod. So the Siwa 660, $49,515 to purchase. Holds 41,715 liters of product. Pretty specific there. And it seems to only hold the forage products. So it looks like, what, chaff, forage, hay, straw, grass, sugarcane, and silage. So we can have the choice of rim color. Something crazy rim color. We have the choice of configuration of standard or extension. Extension does not, sorry, the extension does add capacity. Base capacity is only 38,215. Extension is the 41,715 liter capacity. With the wheel brand Trelleborg 1.55. Then we can basically change the wheel spacing. Michelin's, change the wheel spacing. Wheel setup is standard. Broad tires, broad 2, broad 3, standard. Go to Michelin, we have standard, broad 1, broad 2, and broad 3. Broad 4, broad 5, back to standard. Then we have design, we have the clean reflector. We have the white reflector tape. Red reflector tape, orange reflector tape, and then no reflector tape. Without dosing rollers or with rollers. So there we have our rollers, with or without, and then we have a cover. And I have that fabric cover that we see on some trailers. Yes or no. As configured, $57,163 to buy, $2,915 to lease, $571 per day, and $1,200 per operating hour. This does have a steering rear axle. See that rotate there. In, unfold the door, cover. We have hose hookups on this. Let's go ahead and do a force unload. We have a moving floor. Beater bars on the back, beater rollers. As that is the Siwa 660 by Luca. That mod is available for all platforms. And now the final mod in this portion of this weekend's weekend roundup, we have the one seed bag. This mod is by Tarcisi007 and is available for all platforms. So as I said in the intro, with the version 1, I think it was the 1.31 update, maybe the 1.3 update, we had the Pioneer Seed pallet that came. It has 2,100 liters of seed on a pallet. And it's basically a big pallet of seed. These bags are not removable. They are just all static. 5 bags per row, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, it looks like, of seeds. And we now have the 1 bag. Pioneer 1 bag. 100 liters per bag. $90 per bag. See, we pretty much is the same bag as these bags are. Now just buy it in a single bag form as opposed to on an entire pallet. So if you like to role play in that manner, where you could buy like 5, 10, 15, 20 bags of seed, put them on your truck, put them on your trailer. Let's empty that. Pick this up. Pretend that you are holding it over the seed. Pouring it in. So, and then you have 100 liters of seed in your seeder. That is the Pioneer 1 bag, 1 seed bag, again by Tarcisi. It is available for all platforms. You find it here in the big bags. Buy them in bag at a time, like so. Got you 3 bags. Stack them however you want. Toss them on the back of your truck. On a trailer. Run them over here to your seeder. Put them in there, 100 liters at a time. There you go. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude part 1 of this weekend's Weekend Roundup for September 2nd through September 6th. Tune in for the next part of the Weekend Roundup where we cover the placeables and script mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of September 2nd through September 6th, 2019. Let me know in the comments what your favorite mod was of this part of this weekend's Weekend Roundup. And until next time, happy farming.